Greetings, Frankie T here. I'm going to talk to you today about bullying. The definition of a bully is a person who is habitually cruel or overbearing, especially to smaller or weaker people. Basically, someone who is on a regular occurrence mean and nasty and cruel to people. Definition of bullying is to treat someone in an overbearing, as in overpowering, or intimidating manner. And in fact, a synonym of bullying is intimidate. So, bullies. What is bullying? What exactly? That's the definition. Sure, but anyone could pick up a dictionary and read that and make what they like of it. What is bullying? What makes a bully a bully? Well, I have a list here. Now, you might think, oh yes, I know someone who's a bully. I'm not a bully, I've never bullied anyone. But I guarantee you have bullied someone in one way at least once in your life. And if not, you probably will. It's unavoidable. But maybe one day it will be. Maybe one day it will be unavoidable. Maybe one day people will realise that it's not fair, that it's not right. So this video is in the hopes that, I know, you'll learn to accept people, because everybody's different. Okay, you can't just ignore someone or be mean to someone just because they're a bit different, just because they're a bit weird. If they're not like you, that doesn't make them weird and abnormal. That doesn't make them a freak or anything. If they're not like you, it just means that they're like them. Everyone's different. So what I don't understand is why people can't accept and realise that. So, bullying. Have you ever been a bully? Well, you're a bully, and it's bullying if you call someone names, if you make up stories to get them into trouble, that's bullying. If you tell other people not to be friends with them for whatever reason, or just not to be friends with them, that's bullying. If you make, cruel or critical remarks about their culture, religion, colour, anything like that, that's bullying. If you make a sly or maybe in your opinion witty but unneeded and cruel remark about a disability or medical condition, that's bullying. If you leave them out when you're choosing a team, say you're in sport and you're choosing a team, if you leave them out because maybe you just don't like them, that's bullying. If you take away their possessions or demand money, so if you say, oh, give me your lunch money, or oh, you have to give me this money for this reason, or if you run around the classroom maybe as a joke and steal their pencil case just for a bit, just as a laugh, just sort of playing piggy in the middle. Well, it's fun for you, but what about the person involved? Yeah, if it's your extremely close friend and they know you're joking and everything and it's fine, then I'm pretty sure that could accept it, because they'd probably even join it. But maybe someone you don't know that well, maybe that person in the class who doesn't quite fit in, maybe that person you're not sure about, who you don't really want to be friends with, who you just sort of don't really pay attention to, playing piggy in the middle with their pencil case and taking their pencil case and having a laugh. It's fun for you, but for them it must be horrible, because you're not really friends with them, you don't exactly talk to them much. Maybe when you do talk to them, if you do, you're not exactly as polite as you would normally be with your friends. That really can feel quite, isolating. and the person involved, they can feel a bit, picked on, really. So that's bullying. If you hide their belongings, if you decide to hide someone's stuff, or maybe they went to the toilet and you're in class and you decide to hide their stuff under the table, there's a bit of a giggle with your mates, and they come back and it's not there, and maybe they're not one of your mates. Maybe they're just the weird person you sit next to, and it's like, oh, you and your mates decide that you're going to hide their stuff because it's fine. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. It's just a bit of fun. That's bullying. If you send them horrible text messages or, horrible voicemails, it doesn't even have to be like just insulting. It can be sort of picking fun at. It doesn't have to be, oh, you're so stupid that, I don't know, this, whatever. It could be a stupid blonde joke. It doesn't have to be. It could also be just like, oh my god, I heard you did this. That's so stupid. That's just, you're so stupid probably because you're blonde. I'm not saying, I don't think blondes are stupid at all. I think actually some of the more intelligent people in this world, in fact some of my most intelligent friends are blonde. In fact, I am naturally blonde. I just want black hair. But yeah, so nasty text messages, even silent calls where you ring them up and they answer, quick, hang up, because then they think it's a creepy stalker person. That's brilliant. In fact, that can also be classed as harassment. If you make threats, if you don't do this, we're gonna do that to you. If you make remarks about their homosexuality, or rather sexuality, if maybe they are homosexual, so what? Are you really that pathetic to decide that, oh, it's okay, I'm just going to pick fun at them because that's weird, that's unnatural? Well, everyone makes their own decisions in life. So either, think it but don't say it, or just, accept it. Some of my closest friends, bi, lesbian, I don't care. It's their choice, their life. I don't mind. But, if you pick fun at them for it, that's bullying. If you spread rumours about them, if you go around school, oh my god, she made out with him and then this happened, and blah. If you spread rumours about that, maybe things that they don't want going around, that's bullying, because that means that everyone has the chance to judge this person because you've spread a rumour about them. Everyone has the chance to decide whether that person has done something right or wrong in their view. And maybe if it's something that's not so acceptable in, social circles or whatever, then they're going to have whole groups of people just pushing them away, just isolating them, picking on them even more. So rumours aren't just bullying, but can cause more bullying. So all that gossip in the corridors, all that little bit of gossip, it's not always a good thing. It's fun when you're talking about, normal things, but if you're gossiping about someone behind their back, that's not good. That's bullying. If you take their friends away from them, if you convince their friends that they shouldn't hang around with them anymore, how would that make you feel if you had closest friends and then they said, oh, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore because so and so told me you did this, or what, for whatever reason. Imagine your closest friends, the people you could rely on the most, people you could trust, the people you could talk to about anything. Imagine if they were gone. You didn't have them anymore because they went off, because someone had taken them away from you, in whatever way, for whatever reason. How would that make you feel? Alone, isolated, who you might feel that you couldn't trust anyone anymore. That would give you trust issues for the rest of your life, probably, because trust is a very, very hard thing to fix. You know, it could give you trust issues for the majority, if not the rest of your life. It could, you know, make you feel so alone that every night you go home and cry. Just because you feel so alone. You know, just because you feel like there is no one. Because that's what happens when you lose friends, especially close ones. So taking friends away, that's bullying. If you hit them or kick them or trip them up or push them around or anything physical that they don't want you to do, that they don't like, that's bullying. It's that playful shove as you're walking past, you know, just a little bit of a playful shove because, you know, you don't really get on with them and you think they're a bit weird maybe, but, you know, just that little playful shove, it's jokey, you have a laugh with your mates about it because they maybe tripped up and dropped all their stuff. That's fine, it's fine, you just did it for a laugh. That must feel horrible, the person who got pushed over. That must feel horrible. You know, you're minding your own business, you're walking along, you're even trying to keep your head down, you know, because you know people aren't really sure about you, or you know you don't get on with people very well, so you're trying to keep your head down. And then this group of people comes along, or just one person, and they sort of playfully shove you maybe against a wall, you hurt your arm or something. What were you doing wrong? Huh? What was that person doing wrong? Just walking along. You know? What was that person doing wrong to deserve that? That's bullying. Now, a very, very well known one is if you make remarks about their looks or their weight. You're ugly, you're fat, blah blah blah. You know? All that stuff. That is so bad. That is one of, personally I think that's one of the worst types of bullying. Apart from the violence, obviously. But if you call someone ugly or fat, you know, because of bullying, because of people who go around chanting that word, fat, 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 because of that, so many girls decide to starve themselves because they're fat, according to everyone else. That's how anorexia can start. Do you really want to be the cause of someone being admitted to hospital, maybe because they've refused to eat anything and they've starved themselves because you called them fat? And I know probably some people out there are thinking, oh, they shouldn't listen to other people, that they shouldn't listen. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is not to listen to people? Because humans, especially girls, no offence, but humans generally will have, it's normal to have a slightly more negative outlook on life. It's normal. So if someone picks up on a flaw, that flaw is going to stick in your head. If you call a girl fat or ugly or anything, I don't know about boys, I'm sorry because I'm not a boy, but I can imagine it's probably extremely similar. But I think girls more so, if you call them fat or ugly or anything, they will doubt this. They will doubt themselves for the rest of, you know, either their school life or their life, or they will doubt themselves for so long. You know, that actually happened to me. You know, I got called names. I got weird looks. You know, I don't think I have an awful opinion of my looks, which I'm not going to say. But that's because people would call me those things and would call me those names and would make those remarks. So I have a lot of issues with my looks now, like a lot of other girls, because of this. So seriously guys, making remarks about looks and weight, who are you to judge? Huh? Who are you to judge? You know, oh, you're fat. Well, maybe they can't help it. Maybe they have, you know, diabetes or something. Maybe they have a condition where they maybe can't lose weight. Who are you to judge? How do you know? Why are you judging them before you know them? You know, they might eat as an emotional outlet. They might eat because they're upset, and then you go and call them names, which makes them more upset, which makes them eat more. So it's just a horrible cycle. Why are you judging them before you know them? Before you know the backstory? Before you know the whole, you know, the whole book? Before you know it? So yeah, making remarks, that's bullying. And do you know what else is bullying? It might seem like the smallest thing ever. It might seem like the smallest thing ever. You'd never think of it. Not choosing them as your partner in class. Maybe just because you don't like them, because they're a bit of a weirdo, because they're maybe sometimes quite annoying, or you find them annoying or whatever. Not picking them. Maybe it's fine. Obviously you can't pick everyone as your partner. And it's fine, you know, it's fine if you want to go with your friends, that's fine. But in almost every class, there's nearly always that, you know, that one person who's maybe rarely ever picked. That one person who's normally like waiting around when the teacher says get into groups, you know, and there's always maybe that one person, those one or two people who, you know, just end up standing there, and maybe the teacher has to put them in a group or something. How do you think that makes them feel? Friendless, alone, isolated, all of these words. Because, you know, everyone else is getting into groups, they're having a little talk with their friends and everything like that. That person is standing there and looking at this. No one's looking at this person. No one's saying, oh yeah, you can join our group, it's fine, and having a laugh with them. This person's standing there looking at all these groups of friends, all these groups of people, all these friendship groups, all these, you know, little pockets of people. Just looking at all of them and thinking, I'm alone. You know, standing in the middle of a room, everyone else is in a group, and that person's alone. You know? I just feel horrible. You know? So don't do it. If you see that person standing alone, maybe looking a bit awkward, you know, or that person says, you know, oh, can I join our group? Are you really gonna, oh, sorry, we're only allowed this number of people? Something. Yeah, that's understandable, but if there's like 5 groups of 5, there's that one person left over, obviously there's going to be a one group of 6. So if they go, oh, we're only allowed 5 in our group, that's just because you don't want them in your group, isn't it? So you're going to make them feel unwanted. Just let them. Just get to know them. Get to know these people. Get to know the quiet ones. Get to know the ones who don't, you know, get invited into people's groups and things like that, who are often stood alone. Get to know them. You might like them. Granted, everyone won't get on with everyone. There'll always be some people who you disagree with. But just accept it. You know, if nothing else, be nice because it's polite to be. You know? And another thing about bullying, if you tell them you're busy and then you go off and enjoy yourself, It's like, maybe you don't want to hang around with them, but you want to hang around with your mates. Invite them. Invite them to come with you. If they don't want to, then that's fine. Or if they can't, that's fine. But maybe they want to hang around with you because they're lonely, because they think that you're a friend, because they think you're nice, you know? So why don't you just include them? If you want to hang around with your mates, invite them. Let your mates get to know them. You know, let's put aside the judgmental stuff. Another one is, obviously, if you damage their things, that can be classed as bullying as well. If you make jokes when you can see they're upset, like about them, if you make jokes about them. If you sort of play fight with them and things like that, when you know they don't like it. You know? It's not nice. And also problems not just things like anorexia and eating disorders and things like that. Because there's a lot more eating disorders than anorexia. But self-harm, suicide, depression. The taboo words, the words you're not meant to talk about because everyone gets all uncomfortable, like, ooh, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about sunshine and ponies. I don't know. Let's talk about boy bands and celebrities. Those taboo subjects, those avoided subjects. Self-harm, suicide, depression. You know? Bullying is a huge cause of them. You know? And think about it. Do you really want to be partly to blame, maybe completely to blame, for someone wanting to, and maybe even successfully killing themselves? Do you really want that? Do you really want to, tell them, oh, go kill yourself? And then the next day, they don't turn up, they're nowhere to be found. Day after that, and then maybe at school the next week, in an assembly or something, the teacher says, we're remembering a much loved student. And it's the person you told to go kill themselves. And they did. How would you feel? How guilty would you? You'd probably develop problems. You might even start self-harm just because of the guilt. Bullying is not nice. And I do not I can understand a lot of things. I can. Being modest here, yeah, I can understand a lot of things. I can understand a lot of people. I can understand why a lot of people do things. Maybe they're having troubles at home themselves. There's no reason to take out on other people. I like to warn my friends, I'm in a horrible mood. If I say anything horrible, don't blame me. So they know. So I warn my friends, I warn people, I say, look, don't talk to me or I'm going to say horrible things. Because sometimes you get in that mood. You get in that horrible mood and you're just like snapping at everyone, your parents, your best friends, anyone. But just, on days that aren't like that, try and include those people. It's not going to get better. You just carry on. It's not going to get better. It's not going to make their lives better. And a smile, a nice word, including them in something, in a game, inviting them to a party, including them in group work, things like that. It can do so much, even just a smile. You might be someone You might be someone that a person admires the most. You might be the person that person's jealous of. You might be the one that they want to be. They want to be like, they want everything you have. They want to be you. Because they admire you so much. You know? There's gonna be someone out there who admires you like that. If not, there will be one day. But how amazing would it feel if that person, or if that group of friends, you know, the cool kids, you know, the ones you think who are really cool, if you could be friends with them, that would be amazing. You know? How would it feel? How fantastic would it feel to have them turn around, to have that person turn around and smile at you, say, oh, do you want to join us? Oh, you're looking really good. Now, oh, have you lost weight? You look amazing. Oh my god, I love your hair. Your eyes are amazing. Just things like that. It must be amazing to have that. So, and even if that's not the case, please just, first of all, please don't judge. Try not to judge before you know them, because they might have a reason for what they do. They probably do have a very good reason for what they do, if they do anything. You know, if they do self-harm, instead of just judging them and sort of avoiding them and being all awkward around them, ask about it. If it's not an awkward topic for them, ask about it. You know, if they're the sort of person that's happy to answer questions, that's happy to talk about things like that, ask about it. Don't judge them immediately, because not everyone, I'm focusing on self-harm specifically, but not every self-harmer does it for attention. So many people who, you know, they hide it because they're terrified of being labelled like that, of being labelled as an attention seeker. They're terrified of it. You know? But if people didn't label them, maybe, you know, maybe these people wouldn't have to hide it, and they could get help, and they could have, you know, more friends who know about it, friends who understand, you know, if you go to a party and you've got scars on your arm, and then it's a party with people who are probably going to turn around and say, oh, you're an attention-seeking emo, and stereotype you, and it's boiling hot, everyone else is going to be in like strappy tops and shorts. You're wearing trousers and a jumper because you're covered in scars and you don't want them to judge. You know, you might even avoid going to the party. You might even say you're invited to a swimming party. You might even avoid going because you don't want to be judged. You don't want to make everything awkward for everyone. So, firstly, try not to judge. And secondly, just try. Every day, everyone you see, or as many people as you can, compliment. A little compliment. Oh, your eyes look really nice. You know? Oh my god, have you dyed your hair? It looks really good, it suits you. You're looking really, really nice. Oh my god, I love that outfit. You know, little things. A single compliment can make someone feel amazing. And if everyone did it, if everyone gave everyone, or as many people as possible, at least one compliment a day, then I guarantee you every single person in the whole world will get at least one compliment a day. And if you do that over a long time, it can really build confidence. So for those people who are so low, they're feeling suicidal, who are so low, they damage their own body just to get rid of that pain, just to get rid of that hurt inside, just to get rid of that frustration and anger. You know? Maybe because of insults, they hate themselves so much that they scar themselves and they hurt themselves, which makes them hate themselves more. It's a big cycle. So, if everyone got one compliment a day over a long period of time, maybe a few weeks, a month, you know, if it could really be possible, maybe even a year, you know, the confidence would build up, and those people, you could you could actually end up helping someone and changing someone's life forever. You could end up being that person's hero, the person who came along when they were really down, pretty much on the brink. That person came along, just out of the blue, complimenting, being nice, showing the person who is down that, you know, people can be nice. So I've kind of rambled a bit in this video, but I'm quite passionate about this subject. And just think about what I've said, okay? Because did you know around 16 pupils in the UK kill themselves every year due to distress because of bullying? 16 people a year kill themselves. You know? That's horrible. You might think, oh, 16, that's not very much, but it's one is too much. One is too many people doing this. 16 is horrible. And if you go around bullying and everything, you could cause one of those 16 deaths. But, so just think about it, okay? I've rambled a bit and I'm gonna finish now. But, you know, try and be more accepting and compliment people. Be nice to people. Accept people. If you're not sure about something or why they do something or whether they do something or not, if you're not sure about it, ask them. If they're comfortable, they will tell you. If not, they might sort of cleverly avoid the question, and you'll know that maybe it's a subject they're not sure about. And I will say this, if you're being bullied and if you don't feel comfortable and if you feel down or anything like that, talk to someone about it. You know, it doesn't matter who it is, counsellor, your parents, your friends, teachers, doesn't matter who, just talk to someone about it and try and, especially adults, try and get help, because they're the ones that if anything can get done, they're the ones that can help. You know, it might be like, oh, the bully's gonna pick on me more. Well, it's not gonna change unless someone knows about it. It's not gonna change. And hopefully, any maybe bullies who know they're bullies, people who bully people but haven't realised it until now, maybe this video can tell you and just show you what it can do. This is quite a long video, so I'm gonna stop it there. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and please cut down the bullying. Quit it. Be nice to people. It's not expensive to be nice. I do it all the time. Or I try. So yeah, this is Frankie T, over and out.